Hi, welcome to the next edition of Watching the Standard Meta. And man, has this meta gotten worse somehow, some way. I mean, we do have Mono Red coming up with 9% of the meta, but still 30%, basically 16%, 7%, and nothing. This meta is just unbelievable, and I don't know when they could even target this meta. I have two decks to talk about. This is going to be a very quick video just because, I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. Standard is bland and it's really bad. Even rogue decks are not that high, right? Which tells you there's not that many other decks showing up in the meta, right? Which is a really bad thing. Normally, this is around 8% in a healthy meta, but 3.83% is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. 30%, 30, basically 31% here, and 15.5% here, and 9.5% here, and 7.5% here. Like, this is just so much of the meta just getting shifted to 4 decks. Everything else can't seem to get even a remote foothold in the meta. But we do have a deck to talk about that I find a little interesting. 2 of them in total, actually. So first is this control deck that's 4 colors. I only find it interesting because it's playing defeat. Otherwise, I'm not all that excited. It plays counter spells. Kinda, I guess, okay. We do have shocks and we have our, Verge is pretty solid there. It's main boarding rest in peace. Do you see that? That's main board rest in peace. That tells you this meta is horrendous. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree. We have a little bit of anti-counter hate. We have some wrath hate for aggro. We have this little nice Sphinx in the bottom here. We have a little bit of card draw. Voice of Victory in case we have stuff that they want to cast on our turn. We have Flanker for graveyard hate. Potentially also can be big post a sweeper. Annul for artifact and enchantment hate. Flash freeze for red and green hate. And fire magic for aggro hate. More aggro hate. I don't like this. This is not healthy that we're mainboarding rest in peace just to deal with Cauldron. But that's the world we live in. Let's get into the second deck I've talked about. So second was this aggro deck that's Simic. We're playing the fast lands, the Verges, and the Shocks. We have Flood Maw and Siren as our blue cards. Otherwise, it's predominantly a green aggro deck, which is kind of spicy. We haven't seen that much green. We have a brand new card here, plus this new Baloth, pretty spicy. Sideboard, we have Artifact Enchantment Hate. We have Bounce Hate. We have a little bit of Artifact Enchantment Hate as well. Counter spell. We have a little bit of grindy matchups, but for Curiosity and Sentinel. We have a little protection. We have a removal spell and then an additional removal spell. And that's all I have to talk about today. Like I said, it's a very quick video just because there's not a lot going on here. This meta has been getting worse by the weeks, not better. At this point, this deck should be seeing a decrease in play because these other decks should have adapted to deal with this deck, and they have not. So that tells you that there's a problem, like in how strong these decks are compared to this one. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys next week.